Now, Mike, I know you worked for NASCAR while you were here at Temple. Do you think Kenny has any NASCAR news for you?
Highly doubt it, but what Kenny does have is more information about Temple's bowl selection. So over to the sports desk, the Kenny Cooper.
Yeah, no NASCAR today, but good morning and welcome to the Sports Desk. I'm Kenny Cooper, and if you have not noticed, this is the last edition for the semester, and I'm a bit distraught, but I still have a job to do, so let's get to it. For the 5th straight year, you can officially slot the Temple football team as in for bowl season. The Owls will take on the UNC Tar Heels at the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis, Maryland on Friday, December 27th. The game will air live at noon on ESPN. Temple updates Adam Miller and Carl Tianabeso were at the Edberg Olsen Hall with more on the matchup.
Hey Kenny, we're down at Edberg Olsen Hall where Temple's getting ready to play UNC in the Military Bowl. They're getting ready for the game right now, and it's a big game against the UNC team who has some pretty good games this year, Carl.
Yes, definitely. UNC played a tough Clemson team and what many people across the country believe is a top 4 team. They only lost to them by 1 point, so they showed they can hang with tough teams in the country.
Yeah, and you got to remember they also played Georgia Tech, a team that Temple played earlier this year, and they gave up 22 points. Now the Owls only gave up 2, so that's an indication that maybe that defense isn't as good as we think. Now it's a big game for the Owls, and they know how important it is. Listen to this bite.
We're playing a great opponent in UNC. A great ACC team, great coach, Mac Brown, one of I think the best coaches in college football.
You know, it's a good scheme offensively, and you know I think our defense is pretty good too. So it'll be a good matchup come game time.
Yeah, and Carl, you know, they have a player to watch too. UNC does, and that's Sam Howell.
Yes, they do. Sam Howell has 35 touchdowns on the year, which puts him top 5 in the country, and he's only a freshman, so he will definitely be somebody you have to pay attention to.
Reminds me a little bit of Mitch Trubisky, former UNC quarterback, who's now playing for the Chicago Bears, and the Temple football players, they know how important it is to stop him.
Yeah, he's really talented. He kind of reminds me of the old quarterback they had, Mitch. Mitch Trubisky. It kind of reminds me of him a little bit. Got the same kind of flair to him a little bit, but he's real savvy in the pocket. You know, real composed.
Now, Carl, it's a big game for the Owls. What are your predictions for it?
Honestly, I think they'll come out with a strong edge. I think it'll be a 7-point game, 35-28.
Wow, that's a pretty close game. I think it's going to be a little bit lower scoring. I think it's going to be 14-21. I just don't see any of these offenses really getting going. But that's us for here at Edberg Olsen Hall. Kenny, back to you at the desk.
The Temple men's basketball team continued their dominant start to the season on Tuesday night with a win against the St. Joseph Hawks. Let's jump into the first quarter to a Quentin Rose no-look dime leading to a Jake Forrester jam. Next up, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's Josh Pierre-Louis destroying the rim. The basket seemed 15 feet wide for the Owls on Tuesday night as everything seemed to go their way. Q Rose finished with this peanut butter smooth with some jelly as the Owls win 108-61 and fly to 7-2 on the season. And just a block away at McGonigal Hall, the women's basketball team defeated the Villanova Wildcats 74-69. The Owls were sitting at 5-5 heading into this matchup, so there was definitely a feeling of urgency on Tuesday night. And while the lead switched hands for much of the first quarter, the Owls turned up the heat and never looked back. Freshman guard Asana Alexander did absolutely everything for the Owls, leading the team in points, rebounds, and assists as the Owls moved to 6-5. Every good story has an ending, and that is it for the Sports Desk. From Brian Matthias, Adam Miller, Carl Tianabeso, myself, and the rest of the Sports Desk, thanks for watching all semester. We'll be back next semester. Keith and Michael, back to you.